It's like that night is stuck on repeat. A bad dream I can't wake up from. It was supposed to be a fun Friday with the kids. Wife was away. Me, Emilio, and Fernando, my two little guys. We were watching a dumb movie, just kicking back, when a loud crash came from downstairs. I remember everything got slow. I scrambled for the phone as Emilio cried when the basement door slammed open. A giant shadow was standing there, with a gun glinting like an evil eyeball just staring at us.
Get on the ground.
We huddled together, scared to breathe. But he separated us with his gun and made the boys sit on the couch and me on the ground. "What do you want?" I whispered, my voice shaking. He laughed, a sound like dead leaves being crunched when somebody walks.
Depends.
He pointed the gun, moving it between us again.
Let's play a game.
His eyes were real dark and scary.
One of you gets to go home.
He looked at my boys, then back at me.
You pick.
My brain froze. Words flew around but made no sense. The shock was sudden and I couldn't comprehend what he said. He yelled,
Pick! One lives, one dies.
It hit me like a wave. A choice nobody, especially a parent, should ever have to make. My gaze darted between Emilio and Fernando. Fernando, confused and scared, tears welling up. Emilio trying to be brave, but with a hollow look in his eyes. Those seconds felt like forever. Every tick of the clock pounded in my head. I wanted to save them both, but there was only one way out. My stomach ached. This choice would haunt me forever. But in that moment, it was the only hope for one of them. My voice, cracked and raw, broke the silence. "Emilio," I choked out. The betrayal was like ash in my mouth. Fernando's face crumpled. A horrible cry came from him. Emilio, on the other hand, seemed to shrink, his bravery gone. The gunshot felt like it exploded inside me. Fernando screamed, a terrible sound of pain. I held him close, hiding him from what happened. The man just walked away, like a ghost disappearing in the night. The next bit is a blur. Calls, sirens, police, explanations I couldn't make sense of. All I could hear was Fernando's quiet sobs. Days turned into months. My wife came home, crushed by grief. Fernando clung to me, a ghost of his playful self. Emilio was gone, taken because of a crazy man's sick game. News came a few days later. There was a manhunt underway for a lunatic who was responsible for the shooting deaths of a politician and a big gun rights guy. Apparently his son died in a school shooting a year before. It explained some things, but it didn't bring Emilio back. Then a detective came with a folder. "We found something," he said. Inside was a profile of the psychopath. His name was Ronnie Gaverson, along with a rant about guns, twisted reasons for violence, but at the end, a picture of a boy, Fernando's age, smiling. It hit me then. That man didn't just want revenge, he wanted a replacement. Someone to fill the empty space his son left. And he almost got it. The guilt eats at me every day. But seeing Fernando slowly come alive again, a spark returning to his eyes, I know what I did. I didn't play his game. I made the impossible choice. Save one to lose another. Every night, the gunshot in Fernando's empty eyes haunt me. But the question remains, a painful echo. If it happened again, could I have done anything different? Better yet, what would you have done?